All right, and we're back. So let's go ahead and spin the wheel and see what the third deck, maybe, question mark, that we're gonna play today is. Rogues. So this is Rogues, and the idea is basically you're a blue-black tempo deck that's playing all the, the usual Thoughtseize, Fatal Push, but then you have the Rogue card. So Thieves Guild Enforcer, 1 mana, 1/1 flash. When it enters, opponent mills 2, and as long as opponent has 8+ in their graveyard, it gets +2/+1 in Death Touch. Then you've got Soaring Thought Thief, 2 mana, 1/3 flash flying. Same deal, as long as opponent has 8 or more in the graveyard, rogues get +1/0. And whenever one or more rogues attack, each opponent mills 2. You, of course, have Drown in the Lock because you're using graveyard synergies, more removal. There is Invasion of Amonkhet, which is 3 mana for ETB. Each player mill 3, then each opponent discards and you draw. Brazen Borrower, Nighthawk Scavenger, some Sheoldreds, Kaido Shizuki, and then Fairy Mastermind. These are supposed to be more Fairy Masterminds, but inventory was not available, so I replaced 2 of them with Fairy Vandals. Hopefully that's not too much of an issue. Sideboard, bunch of counter spells, bunch of removal-ish things, Hearse for graveyards, blue-black mana base with Hive of the Eye Tyrant, Otawara, 1 Mutavault, Urborg, Takenuma, Castle Locthwain. So let's jump into the league with Rogues. All right, on the play. So sure, this looks fine. Keep this. So we'll just go Dark Slick, hold up Thieves Guild, Plains. All right, flash this in. Mill Coppercoat Adeline. All right, well, I don't have anything, and I'm 100% blocking this, so am I actually? Kaido. Maybe I'm not. It really depends. All right, play this, tapped, and if I'm not blocking it, then I want to attack them, and then if they block, that's fine. All right, attack. Rogues never seems to be able to pressure life totals as quickly as Spirits does as far as tempo decks go. Which rental program are you using? I'm using Card Hoarder. They just didn't have Fairy Masterminds. Mutavault. No attacks. Draw a card, then discard unless you attacked. Thalia. Well, that takes that plan off the menu. So I guess I'm playing Nighthawk. What's this based on? Number of card types in opponent graveyard. Well, that's the only thing I can do outside of Thoughtseize, so just do that. Oh, this mills whenever any rogue enters, not just itself? Huh. All right, well, pass. Castle Ardenvale. Ossification. I assume they'll eat this guy. Oh, do I want to block or not? I guess I want to block. Yeah, let's block. Brazen Borrower. So I can Brazen, bounce the Ossify, put this back into play, eat Thalia. That seems pretty nice. Yeah, let's do that. This has 3 toughness, right? So if they play a Lord, that doesn't work. All right, pass to them. Hopeful Initiate. Lieutenant. Well, that's unfortunate. Maybe I just bounce Thalia. Huh. Bounce Thalia, unlock my spells. So I can Thoughtseize it out of their hand and see what I'm dealing with and then figure out what to play from there. All right, they have Thalia, another Lieutenant, and Adeline. And Brave the Elements. I just do not have any good options here, do I? So if I take Thalia, my spells aren't as expensive. That's not really the issue here, though. If they play another Lieutenant, then this Adeline's also a problem if they play that. So maybe I just take... See, if I take Adeline, then they have 2-drop plus Brave the Elements open. But I just don't have any removal right now is the problem. So I'd like to be able to flash in Thought Thief and kill something. But if they just play Lieutenant, then I can't do that. So maybe I need to play Invasion. Just try to find better cards. So it's going to be Lieutenant or Adeline. Now let's take Adeline. And then let's just play Invasion. Mill 3, mill 3. All right. Didn't find a land, but we're good. They discarded Brave. So now their hand is Lieutenant Thalia. All right, so now they're just going to play both. All right, so we take a massive amount of damage here. And then I was really hoping I would have drawn a land. Okay, so I can drown anything I want, which probably means this Lieutenant, and then flash in Thieves Guild, but Thieves Guild's a 3/2, but it does have Death Touch, so then I can Death Touch the other one. So I should drown now in case they rip like another Brave the Elements off the top. All right, drown this, and then go, and then I'll flash in Thieves Guild and block Hopeful. Animate Mutavault, attack with everything. All right, Thieves Guild, and then block Hopeful. We're still taking 6 and going to 2. This Thalia being in play is just miserable. So, yeah, we lose. All right, versus humans. Rave Enfeeblement, Extinction Event, Meat Hook. I think that's it. What is bad? Spell Pierce, Cling to Dust. Kaido's more of an aggressive card. And then one more cut. Maybe Thoughtseize. Well, if I'm cutting Kaido, then these Vandals are bad. So, cut that, cut that. Counter target spell with value 2 or less. These might be actually good. Obviously not good against Thalia, but I think that's okay. I don't want to be top decking hand disruption, so we can get rid of one Thoughtseize. All right, I think that's fine. Let's submit that. All right, on the play for game 2. This is fine. Keep this. Dark Slick, Thoughtseize. 3 Dauntlesses, or 3 1-drops and a Knight Errant. I think it's take Knight Errant, right? Or do I just stem the bleeding? Take Recruitment Officer, then they play Dauntless, then I just hold up Interaction. Now let's just take Knight Errant. Pass the turn. Knight Errant's the card I'm least able to counter or kill. Ooh, Shieldred. All right, Clearwater, and then just go. Everything I have is at instant speed anyway. Going straight to combat. All right, Flash in Thought Thief. Block. All right, free kill on that thing. They drew Castle Ardenvale, so double Dauntless. Play Urborg, and then I guess we just pass. Again, everything is instant speed, so I don't really want to mill them. I guess if I don't mill them and they draw a 3-drop, then I can't counter it with Drown. So maybe I do attack them. Yeah, let's do that. So swing here, trigger this ability. So now if all they do is attack, I just won't do anything, and then I'll see whether I want to counter whatever they play or Shieldred's Edict one of their guys away. Mutavault. They're not attacking. Really? All right, end of turn, sack a non-token creature. All right, let's slam this. Invasion. Trigger. Fatal Push was a good draw. All right, attack Invasion. What does the reverse side of this do? 4/4, enter as a copy of any creature in the graveyard except it's a 4/4, which is currently another Thought Thief or pretty much just another Thought Thief. All right, so they have Thalia's Lieutenant. So they're animating their Mutavaults, and then they're going to play Lieutenant to pump their whole team. Attack. We take 3, go to 15. Double Fatal Push. All right, combat, swing at the battle. Attack Invasion. Trigger Mill. Trigger the battle to flip. And copy. I can copy Brutal Cathar and eat this. That might actually be correct instead of just another Lord. Yeah, let's do that. Brutal Cathar, eat Dauntless, and then just pass. Holding up a bunch of removal encounters. Opponent plays Ossification. We'll counter that. All right, Fatal Push the Lieutenant. Then back to us. They can only animate one of the Mutavaults, so let's just swing with both creatures. Swing, swing. And then, yeah, no reason to cast Thoughtseize. Everything else is instant speed. Go. Haven't seen Invasion of Amonkhet in the deck yet. That's pretty neat. Card was the Nuts in Limited. I never played Limited for that format, so I'll take your word for it. All right, animate Mutavault, play another land. All right, well, let's just murder both of these. Push, drown, combat, swing, swing, and play Dark Slick and pass. Opponent has Adeline. Ooh, Ray of Enfeeblement. Or I can just play Shieldred. Right, they're not going to block, right? Yeah, so swing, swing, and then we just play Shieldred, and then they die on their draw step. All right, sideboarding. Everything stays the same, I guess. Maybe Thoughtseize is better when we're on the draw and we need to take their aggression, which means what? Counterspell's worse on the draw. So that's probably fine. All right, let's run that. All right, this seems pretty good. We got a sweeper, we've got removal, we've got a creature to ambush stuff, and a Shieldred to seal up the game late. Plains. Plays Hopeful Initiate. All right. I guess, no, I play Locthwain first because I don't have a 1-drop and I don't have a swamp. So play Locthwain, go. Thalia. All right, so we're going to flash in Thought Thief now. Land, go. Coppercoat. Well, that's unfortunate. Oy. With Thalia in play, I can't even get to Extinction Event properly. So both of these attack. They're both 3 power. Thalia is first strike, so I can't even block these. All right, we're probably just going to lose this. All right, cast Thought Thief. Then the only spell I can play is Edict. I guess I just have to hold this back to block Coppercoat. Yeah. All right, so I have to try to stabilize to the next turn where I can drop Shieldred. And then hopefully eventually get to Extinction Event. A Gonjo. All right, Edict, sack a non-token creature. They sacked Dauntless, so now we're just going to block on Coppercoat. So we go to 7. They only have 1 card in hand, though. So what do they have? Wedding Announcement. Well, yeah, we just play Shieldred. I guess what's the alternative? I drown Thalia, and then... Now let's just play Shieldred. Another land. Kithian. All right, they don't have any good attacks into Shieldred. Then Wedding Announcement makes a token. Okay, so... Now I can cast Extinction Event and name Even, but that kills my guys while only killing 4 of their guys and leaves them with a Hopeful Initiate. So that's probably not a great move. Oh, the ward on this too. All right, so... All right, what is my move here? I guess I can just name Odd, and then it kills Kithian and Hopeful Initiate off. Like, that's decent. Alternatively, I play Invasion and do nothing else, or I just drown the Coppercoat. That seems bad too. All right, let's just cast Extinction Event and name Odd. Pass the turn. Actually, do I pass the turn? I do need to get Drown up to actually able to do stuff, and Shieldred's holding their team back pretty well. Yeah. So let's swing here, mill them, and now Drown is live. So this flips next, right? Another wedding announcement. So they make another token and they anthem their board. So I can Extinction Event now. I just don't want to lose my whole board. So if I Extinction Event even, everything gets wiped. And then we're untapping and we're both in top deck mode. They have one wedding announcement that is giving them a 1/1, and they have the castle up. And we don't have like anything else going on. I don't like desperately need to stop all of this. I can like go for the throat Copper Coat, and then I don't have any mana left, or I can just play Amonkhet Invasion, but then I'm out of things to do. I think I just pass. Nah, maybe I kill Copper Coat before they have Brave open. All right, let's just kill this now and pass it back. Adeline. Their attacks are still not good. Yeah, so then they make another token. Do need to get Adeline off the board. I can drown Adeline and still have Thought Thief up. And then this flips and their team is really heavily anthemed. Alternatively, I cast Extinction on Odd, killing Adeline. I really hate Thalia being in play as well. Let's say if just Adeline attacks, I can always trade Shieldred for it. It's really tough. I probably just have to kill Adeline, don't I? I'm milling them now because I need to get these lords online. At 6. All right, let's just kill Adeline off. I can always like emergency panic mode cast Extinction Event, but with them having castle in play, that's not great. Copper Coat. Yep. 4, 7, 13. Oh my god, am I almost dead? Okay, I'm not quite dead on board. I can double block 2 things and survive. Block here, take 9, go to 4. Am I casting Extinction Event next turn? They're going to have 5 tokens plus Copper Coat and Thalia, and I have 3 blockers, so it's block, and they have double Anthem in play. I probably am just casting Extinction Event, aren't I? Yeah. All right, so don't cast Thought Thief. Fatal Push. All right, so swing with the Thought Thief first to mill them, and then Extinction Event on even. Everything dies. Go ahead. Thalia, and it's a 4/3. Okay, so push this, then play Invasion. All right, land, go. Rest in peace. No! Oh man, so Drown doesn't do anything now? I guess it kills tokens. So play this tapped, play Thought Thief. Actually, no, cancel. So I'm just gonna go end of turn, Thought Thief, Locthwain. Yeah, Adeline. All right, Thought Thief, activate Castle. Man, all of my rogue synergies are just borked, and I can't even really block this. I guess I can block the, oh no, I can't even block the token that this makes because it's a 3/3. Jesus. And my drowns don't work. Flipping this, I guess it just becomes a 4/4. All right, what am I trying to do here then? I'm never flipping this in time, so maybe I can race them. I take 6 next, no, I take 7 next turn, or 8. All right, so if I go Thief, activate Castle, I only have a single blue mana open after that, so that doesn't matter. All right, so swing with the Thief at them. So Adeline makes an attacker, 7 damage, doing nothing. We just take the damage. All right, so they're activating the castle. All right, play this. I can't block anyway, but whatever. Play this. We're taking 8. Yeah. Oh, wait, no, I can drown the token, right? With mana value less than or equal to the number of cards. Yeah. I'm still similarly poorly positioned next turn, though. All right, do I want to do this now? I'm probably doing it almost no matter what, right? If I do it now, I can't play Shieldred, I guess is like the one thing. So I guess I should draw. All right, draw. Ray of Enfeeblement. But this is too tough for Ray of Enfeeblement. So what am I doing? I'm like raying, kill this token, activate Castle, see what I get. All right, kill this token. Activate Castle. Thoughtseize. Definitely don't want that. So what, I'm chumping Adeline. Swing with this guy. Yeah. Hopeful Initiate. Swing with Adeline, make a gigantic token. Block here. All right, we're at 5. All right, if I draw Shieldred, I can play it and block here and block here, and still die to 2 tokens, so that doesn't do it. I have to draw what? Extinction Event? Naming Odd? Can't drown anything, can't Shieldred's Edict. All right, let's draw. Thought Thief. So play Thought Thief now, triggers the Guild Enforcer, and then I activate Castle and have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 1 left over. Play the Thought Thief. Opponent has way too many cards to mill them out before we die. So Castle. They end of turn, they make a token, then they attack and they make another token. We have to block Adeline, token. We're still dead on board. So, all right, draw with the Castle. Yikes. Well, I guess I'm just playing this and passing. And they just make a token, and then we're literally dead on board. Swing all out. Every creature's a 3 power, we lose. Yep, that was pretty rough. All right, on to round 2. How many games against humans have you played so far? Not that many, right? We played 2 of them in the Humans League and then that one, so it's just 3, right? Or no, we played 1 in Rakdos as well, right? So it's 4 matches against humans. All right, round 2, we're on the draw. This is not great. We don't actually have anything to do, really. Opponent reveals Gigantha, so they're probably playing Raksak. This is, again, it really depends. It's not a great hand, though. But I think it's all right enough to keep. All right, I'll keep. Opponent molds to 5. Inspiring Vantage. All right, well, definitely not Rakdos sack. Is this like Boros Burn or something? I doubt they're going to put anything in the graveyard for me to cling, so it's probably better to just play Watery Grave tapped. Is this Boros Convoke with Voldaren Epicure? All right, it's almost certainly Boros Convoke. Land, tapped. Well, they're not putting much pressure on us, at least. All right. What is my move here? I can't drown anything. Is it just play Mutavault to block these guys? I guess so. All right, so no attacks, no anything. Well, if they're not going to do anything, Brazen Borrower just to bounce one of their creatures seems really bad. But I also don't want to just do nothing. Let's bounce Epicure. Petty Theft Epicure. All right, untap. So now we get to play Dark Slick. And now what am I doing? Not Kaido. I guess I could Kaido to make a token, but it's Kaido to make a token or Invasion. I think I would rather play Invasion. It trades card. It puts me up a card, them down a card, and makes Drown in the Lock better, like actually useful for next turn. It also lets me cast Cling next turn. Yeah, let's play Invasion. Giant Killer, Epicure. We milled Land, Invasion. We drew Fatal Push. They discarded Leosaur. So they're on that version. End of turn, crack the clue, sure. Clarion Spirit. Second spell equals make a spirit. Ornithopter, make a spirit. So if they have an untapped land, they can convoke now, but it doesn't look like they do. All right, what are we doing? I can push Clarion Spirit and then play, and then just hold Drown up. All right, kill that. Man, playing this Mutavault is now punishing me because I can't cling as well. So yeah, I just drown their Convoke guy when they play it. So let's just pass. I guess I should have played Island in case they don't play a Convoke guy and I can play Borrower. Another Thraben. All right, here comes the Convoke. Voldaren. All right, here comes the Convoke. All right, drown this. All right, so now what? Island. I can play Kaido and attack with Mutavault and draw a card, and I'm not doing anything else with my mana. I don't really need to play Cling to Dust, so that's probably fine. So animate Mutavault, then attack my battle, then play Kaido, and plus to draw, and pass. And then Kaido phases so they can't attack it. So what creatures are in the graveyard for Invasion? Probably what? Clarion Spirit would be the best one to pick. All right, they have another Convoker, Resolute Reinforcements, and Venerated Loxodon. All right, I can Thoughtseize the Loxodon out of their hand, which is probably a good move. So Thoughtseize them. Casts Resolute Reinforcements in response, of course. Reckless Bushwhacker as well. I think we're just dead then. So let's see, they only have 2 mana. So let's take Loxodon. And then what am I doing? I need to find like a counter spell. I also don't have any attacks on this Invasion. I can make a token with Kaido, but that's not helpful. I can also just cast Cling to Dust to cycle a card. Yeah. All right, let's eat. How much damage? This is not actually that much damage, though. All right, let's draw a card. Not really very helpful. Play a land. All right, loot a card with Kaido. Shieldred's Edict is friggin' terrible on this board. Just, like, absolutely atrocious. Well, I guess I'm flashing out Brazen or Soaring next turn. So just pass. Then I flash, so I go Animate Mutavault, Flash and Soaring, double block, something on the board. If they have Bushwhacker plus another spell, we're just dead. But what can you do? Tap land, okay. Is everything attacking me, or are they also sending stuff at Kaido? Me. Nope, opponent reconsidering. Me. So everything's at me. So Animate Mutavault, cast Thought Thief. Why not attack with Thraben? All right, go to blocks, block the flyer, block, I don't know. Does any of this matter? Block Epicure, I don't know. Then I take 6. 6, there, two of their guys die off, and then back to us. All right, so I can attack Thought Thief into the Invasion, and then they can just block with Ornithopter, but at least, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If they Bushwhacker, we're dead. So I should just proceed as though they're not gonna be able to play it. They do get to draw with a clue. Let's see if they Bushwhacker. I assume they're not going to let us flip this. So they block with Ornithopter. Then we can, what, Otawara this back to their hand when they attack, and they surge us and go 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. and we have to block 2 creatures. We get 1 with the Vault, and we can gain life off Cling to Dust, so we're not... No, but we can't do Otawara plus Cling. So then the option is make a token with Kaido, which seems really bad, because we just need to find like a counter spell for this. All right, I guess if I find a removal spell with Kaido... No, whatever, let's just attack Invasion. Thinking about this too much. Attack Invasion, they can obviously block here, that's fine. Mill the opponent, Battlefield Giant Killer. Yeah, block with Ornithopter. Making a token is not going to do it. I just need to find action. So, draw a card. Another land. Yikes. Right, Urborg. Yeah, I guess we just pass. And they draw with the clue, draw for turn, and then they have 2 shots at hitting a 1 or 0 drop to Surge Bushwhacker. Oh, this also hastes any creature they play, right? Rummage with the blood token. Play a land. All right, they didn't hit it. 1 turn evaded. Just attack with Knight Errant. Really? Okay. Yeah, sure. We take 4. All right, end of turn, what am I doing? I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana, so I can go Brazen plus Cling to Dust. What am I clinging, though? Probably just drawing a card. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have exactly enough. Cling, one of my own, or one of their lands. Black, blue, blue, black. Get rid of stuff in my graveyard that's irrelevant. Another land. All right, cast Brazen Borrower. Another Brazen Borrower. Okay, so we're definitely flipping this invasion no matter what. I'm gonna copy, yeah, the Clarion Spirit has got to be correct. So combat, swing at invasion, trigger Thought Thief. There's another Clarion Spirit. All right, invasion flips, and then copy Clarion Spirit. So I've got 3 blockers. So plus with Kaido, draw a card. All right, go for the throat's pretty good. Second spell each turn. All right, so play Clearwater, and then we can go for the throat plus Brazen Borrower to make a token. All right, pass to the opponent. So they didn't rummage with their blood. So that tells me they have the ability to Surge Bushwhacker. So I have what? Animate Mutavault, and then I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana after that. Actually, I need to cast my spells before I declare block, so I don't have that. I have 6 mana left over, which is exactly enough to play Go for the Throat plus... Well, okay, so I can go plus Brazen Borrower. Yeah. Resolute Reinforcements, double tokens, and then Bushwhacker Surge. Yep. Am I still dead on board then? I have to block everything except 1 creature can get through. So go for the throat here. Brazen Borrower, bounce a token. Then make a spirit. Petty Theft that. Animate Mutavault. Then I can only block 4 things and I die. I'm 1 mana short of being able to channel Otawara. 1, 2, 3, 4, lose. Huh. This is not legendary, right? Yeah. All right. Amazingly, that was game 1. So let's see. Extinction Event is 100% in. Meat Hook is definitely in. What else? This only counters big red and green spells. This Disdainful Stroke counters their Convoke guys, but nothing else. But maybe it's really important to hit those. And then Rave Enfeeblement is only for white creatures, so most of their creatures don't die from this as far as I know, unless you're hitting like random 1/1 tokens, which is not great. So let's see, Spell Pierce out. Cling is... We're not playing a grindy game. Sheoldred's Edict seems absolutely terrible when they're just spewing tokens everywhere. Or just spewing 1-drops everywhere, basically. And then Kaido, again, we're playing defense in this game, so Kaido's not very good. So I think that's fine. Is there anything I want to cut for Sheoldred? I don't think so. All right, let's go with that. On the play, game 2. Only 1 land, mulligan. All right, good here. We also have Meat Hook, so keep this. What am I putting back? Not lands, not Meat Hook. I'm tempted to just put back Fatal Push because I don't actually care about killing most of their small creatures. All right, let's put back Fatal Push. And then Meat Hook's going to do that anyway. Battlefield Forge, Voldaren. All right, Flash and Thieves Guild. Do I just play Thought Thief right now and attack? I guess I don't really care if they block it. Yeah, so do this, trigger this, mill some more cards, then attack, which also mills more cards. They are blocking. All right. So next we're going to have an active Lord plus Drown plus Meat Hook. My guys die, opponent loses. Their guys die, I gain life. Okay. They didn't play anything. Okay, so they have Resolute Reinforcements. So play this. Thought sees them. If they cast Resolute, I let it resolve. Rending Volley on our guy. Well, never mind. All right, so it's one of the Convokers. I guess the one that lets them get more cards. Yeah. All right, get rid of that one. And then go. So yeah, their plan is still just to flash in Resolute, which at this point, no, we don't counter that because we're just going to clean it up with Meat Hook. Yeah. All right, that resolves. I will counter Loxodon, and I will not counter Bushwhacker if they do that. Ornithopter. All right, here comes Loxodon. So counter this. All right, and then I can't really wait around for this to be relevant, so just cast Meat Hook right now, We're just like so drastically down on cards compared to them. Rummage with the blood token. They discarded another Loxodon. Needle Verge. Legion's Landing. Do I use Castle right now? I guess not. No. All right, land, go. Now we just hold up Stroke, and if we don't need to stroke anything, then we activate Castle. Well, they're an Epicure. They could just bushwhack this just to get in 4 more damage, or no, 2, 4, 6 damage right now. Yeah, that's what they're doing. Very well. And that flips the landing too. Yikes. All right, activate Castle. Thoughtseize. Oy. All right, well, we need to drop pretty well here. Mutavault is not very well. I'm not going to Thoughtseize at this point. I guess if I Thoughtseize, it's less damage off the castle. And then I go to 9. So I go Thoughtseize and then Animate Mutavault, which I can't actually activate right now because I just played it. Yeah, so I just pass. Clarion Spirit. If I Lock Dwayne right now, I can maybe draw a Drown. That requires that I tap Mutavault for that though. Okay, whatever, it resolves. Oh, and they have a Convoke dude. Well, we're going to counter that. All right, stroke this. They still get a token out of it. And there's 0 chance I'm activating Mutavault to block this guy. Yeah, I'm just going to Castle. I don't know why they wouldn't attack here. What do they care if I block it with Mutavault? All right, activate the Castle. Another land. Yikes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Not enough. All right, draw. Thieves Guild, block 1 thing, go to 2, which means I can't activate Castle or cast Thoughtseize. Well, I don't want to cast Thoughtseize anyway. So I guess I can activate Castle if my guys die. All right, pass turn. And then they're just going to attack with everything, right? Yeah. No, not attacking with everything. Huh. Play Thieves Guild. Block here. So then the Meat Hooks trigger. Tap land. All right, activate Castle. Brazen Borrower. All right, bounce the lifelink. Oh, no, bounce the flying token. No. I guess I'd bounce the lifelinking token. Yeah, bounce the lifelinking token. Jesus. All right, play this tapped. So if I activate Castle right now, I go to 3, and I only have 1, 2, 3 mana left after that. But I don't see what else I can do. I go Brazen, block the flyer. I take 4, and I go to 2 life after the Brazen Borrower. No, I block with Mutavault, right? All right, pass to the opponent. So they make a lifelink vampire. Oh, they can also just activate Sheffit, right? So am I just dead on board? I have 2 blocks, here, and then I take 4. If they can just activate Sheffit Dunes, pump their team, attack, then I'm forced to go Flash Brazen Borrower in, activate Mutavault, and I have to put Mutavault on the Clarion Spirit and not trade with it, and Brazen Borrower on the Spirit token. All right, they're not pumping their team. They're just attacking with the Spirit token. Makes absolutely no sense. All right, cast Brazen Borrower. Block here. Trigger the Meat Hooks. Thraben Inspector. Sure. I need to draw like Shieldred or something. Lock Dwayne. Take 2, go to 4. Swamp. Holy moly. All right, Invasion. Black, blue, black. Draw a card. Another land. It's at least Otawara. All right, pass back to the opponent. They make another token. So my only move is Animate Mutavault Otawara. Bounce another creature. All right, so they're finally going to use the Sheffit Dunes, right? I have 2 blocks and then I'm just dead. Yep. What can I even draw with Castle right now that would save me? Nothing. Yeah, all right. Pretty rough. On to round number 3. These games are also taking absurdly long. That was just the first 2 rounds. All right, round 3 on the play. This is fine. Keep this. So let's go Hive and pass. Forest into Elf. All right. Well, the Drown is not helpful at the moment, so we will pass the turn. And then flash in Fairy Vandal, presumably. 2 mana, 3 mana. Play Kiora. Another Elf. All right, play Fairy Vandal. Okay, so I can either play Kaido or Invasion. I like Invasion better because it makes Drown in the Lock better. So let's play Invasion. Mill, and then we draw a card which triggers the Fairy Vandal. All right, combat, attack Kiora. Or, no. It's going to be too... Yeah, let's attack the Invasion. It's going to take too long to get Kiora down. So let's just attack Invasion. We can flip Invasion into Cavalier. That's okay. Oath Anissa reveals another Nykthos. So then Nykthos for 4. They can also untap with Kiora, so this is 6 mana. It's between 6 and 8 mana if they play the other Nykthos. Pelucranos, play another land. Untap this, Nykthos for 1, 2, 5, 6, 7. Nickel Bolus. Kill our fairy. All right, well, we're going to lose because we cannot possibly recover from this position. What can I even do? I can drown Pelucranos so they have less devotion, and then they're still killing us with this Nickel Bolus. All right, drown this and pass with Thieves Guild up. Yeah, each opponent exiles a card from their hand or a permanent. Let's exile Nighthawk Scavenger. Wolf Willow Haven. Devotion is 5. Plays another Pelucranos. Draws another card. Plays Lair. Really? They're going to attack here, eh? I'm actually short of being able to block this profitably, though. but I think I still block it anyway. Another drown, so I can drown this and then play Kaido and make a token. Oh no, I only have one single blue mana, so I can only do one or the other. Yuck. All right, well, it's probably better to drown it. I guess I can activate Hive, attack, flip my invasion over, and then what? I become a copy of Cavalier. All right, activate Hive, combat. I can also attack Bolas, but I guess, okay, so they have a lot of mana, but they don't actually have anything to do with it, right? So maybe it's just best to attack Bolas. So attack Bolas, exile Karn out of their graveyard. So then Bolas dies, and they just have to top deck into bombs. They can also make Lair incredibly big. How big can they make? Can I actually do lethal with it? Nykthos, go up to 14, and they have another Nykthos in hand. Oh, are we just dead to this Lair? Looks like it. Oh, they're going to flip Pelucranos over? Okay. Animate Lair. They could have just killed us. They have another Nykthos in their hand. Not that we're coming back from this anyway. We're at 7, and I guess not both of them are lethal. Only one's lethal. All right, so I can go Hive, flip this over, make a Cavalier, which cannot profitably block either of their creatures. If I block them and then trigger the Cavalier, I can put something back on top of my deck. None of these cards matter. Alternatively, what? No, that's basically the only course of action, right? I guess I can make it a copy of Thieves Guild, and then I have Death Touch, but then they still have multiple... Okay, well, activate Hive, combat, swing at invasion. Am I forced to do this from defending player's graveyard? Oh, so I actually have to make them exile a card out of their graveyard, which shuts off my Thieves Guild? All right, get rid of Nicol Bolas, I guess. And they have Besage on top of that. All right, so they do what? They Besage you, use the ability, go grab Island, and then I just have Drown in the lock. So if they just make this Lair big enough, I can't survive the hit. Or they can just attack with both of these too. Another Nykthos. Nykthos. So they're going to make the Lair really big. Yeah-huh. Attack with everything. All right, we're dead. Okay, sideboarding time. Pretty much all of our counter spells. Extinction Event. Ray, just to kill turn 1 elves, is probably fine. Shieldred maybe is fine. What's bad here? Anything that's basically really slow, so these guys, what else? I don't really ever want to be in a position where I'm blocking my opponent's creatures, so these guys suck. Brazen Borrower is pretty bad. And what else? I guess I already have Fatal Push, right? So maybe I don't need these just to kill the elves. All right, let's run that. On the play for game 2, we have only one land, Mulligan. All right, better. What am I binning? A land of some kind. Oh, that's so rough. Maybe I just bin Shieldred. It's the most expensive card in the hand. Yeah, bin Shieldred. All right, Swamp go. There's 0 chance that I'm attacking with Mutavault on turn 2, so may as well just not do that. Play that. Just kill this immediately. Second land. Plays Wolf Willowhaven. All right, Lockdwayne go. Plays another Wolf Willowhaven. Sure. Plays Kiora. All right, let's see if we can draw a counterspell in response. Cling my own Go for the Throat to draw a card. We did not. We did get Shieldred, which is pretty good. Untap Wolf Willow. Old Growth Troll. Very well. Flash in Mastermind in response, so we can draw a card as well. All right, let's see. I can't hold up two spells at the same time. So I think what I'm going to do is just play Shieldred and start attacking Kiora. Swing at Kiora. Oath of Nissa. Opponent finds Karn. That's bad. They have 7 mana currently. So unless they play a Nykthos or something, they don't actually have the mana to Karn for anything relevant right now. Yeah, okay. I'm not a chump. I'm not going to block that. Plays another land. Karn. So they can untap this and play what? Essica's Chariot or something? Both of these drowns aren't even doing anything right now either. So bad. Yeah, Chariot, untap this, play Chariot, has double blocks. I can't even kill both of them. I guess Fairy Mastermind can get in unencumbered. I really, really need to hold Drown up, but Drown's not doing anything unless I... All right, so Fairy Mastermind at Karn, Shieldred at Kiora. They can just chump Shieldred and Karn goes down to 1, so they can't get anything relevant off of it. Swing at Kiora, swing at Karn. Play this, and then I guess I just hold up the activation for this ability. Pelucranos has reach. All right, so they draw their second card of the turn, and then that draws us a card. We drew another Shieldred. Karn plus on Essica's Chariot. I can drown their token, I guess, and it prevents them from making another token with the Chariot. That's probably worth it. All right. Actually, does this target token you can... Yeah, okay, so I don't have to do it yet until they declare attackers. All right, drown this. So no token for you, but we do take 8. Untap Old Growth Troll, and then they have this with reach, so I can't kill their Karn off. This Mutavault only tapping for colorless has just been a disaster. All right, I can do what? Shieldred's Edict, you have to sack a non-token creature. They just sack Troll, put it on a land. alternatively what? Thought Thief? Okay, so I can go Thought Thief, attack, Milieu 2, and then drown Pelucranos before blocks are declared. Oh no, I only have 1 blue mana. All right, so I can't do that either. So what in the world do I do here then? Shieldrids get rid of a Planeswalker doesn't help because they can just get rid of Kiora and then untap and Karn for a 6-drop. Shieldrid a creature away. They still have Pelucranos. I guess that means that if I attack with Shieldrid, they have to chump with Pelucranos. All right, sacking non-token creature. They sacked the... Oh, right, the Chariot is still a creature. I forgot this persists through the turn. Well, in that case, what am I doing? They can double block Shieldrid, which is okay with me. I think I have to throw my Fairy away. So if I just put both at Karn, they just go block here, block here. If I throw just Shieldred at Karn, they just block with the Troll. So there's no possible configuration in which I can actually do anything relevant. Amazing. They're not going to throw both creatures in front of Shieldred, right? Because then they lose too much devotion, although they still have plenty of devotion, so I guess it's not that important. All right, attack Karn. Yeah, single block there, fine. And then while that triggers on the stack, let's drown Pelucranos. I'm surprised they didn't do the same forest, because that would have given them even more mana. Oh, they're just making it now? Really, they're just making it now, so they don't have Nykthos, because otherwise they wouldn't just chuck their triple devotion enchantment into the graveyard. Another Wolf Willowhaven. So that's, yeah, 9 mana right there. So they can grab Cityscape Leveler, Mightstone. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. They kill Shieldred off. Why didn't they grab Leveler? They had the mana for it. So now I attack Kiora to death and then play Shieldred. And I attack with the Troll, no blocks. We go to 10. Howdy, Warp TV. So Kiora, untap this, 4 mana, play another Karn. Let's see, they can do what? Animate the Mightstone? Or just prep for next turn? Yeah, so animate the Mightstone, so Mutavault doesn't have any good attacks. So I just, what? Kill off Kiora, and then they can just Karn for more stuff. Play that. I can Hive to the Karn, but it's still at 3, even if I do that. So I guess I just go Thought Thief, Combat, attack Kiora, trigger this. So then Kiora dies, and then I play Shieldred. All right, they have 7 mana, minus Karn. They could just grab Restorative Burst, Finding, and then grab like Kiora back and the other Karn back, or Bolus back. Get Cityscape Leveler. Okay, so they must have the mana for it then. 4, 5. No, they don't. They're going to try to find Nykthos. Well, if that's the case, they should have done that first to see if they got the mana for it. Unless they just knew no matter what, they're definitely grabbing Cityscape Leveler. All right, so what am I doing now? So the Leveler is in their hand. I can force them to discard it. They can unearth it from their graveyard, though. This has reach, so I can't attack unencumbered with these guys. So I have no actually good attacks. Wonderful. All right, play Invasion. Trigger, you discard Leveler, I draw a land. Cling to Dust in my graveyard? Oh, and I'm 1 short because I drew this fast land. There's just nothing to do. Double attacks, they just block here. This takes 2, they still have Karn active. Yeah, play a tap land, go. So now they can go Unearth Leveler, kill Shieldred, and then attack with a bunch of stuff, and I am forced to chump something. Oh, they drew Nykthos. Storm the Festival. I'm surprised they would gamble on Storm instead of just unearthing Cityscape Leveler. Well, they hit Kiora, so their gamble paid off. All right, Shieldred trigger, Mastermind trigger. Thoughtseize is not doing it. So now they can unearth Leveler, which will trigger Kiora and put them to 2. Then they can attack with Leveler, killing Shieldred, and they still have 2 reach blockers to block these guys. Or they can just Karn for something. Karn for Restorative Burst. Oh yeah, they have the combo, don't they? Because they have 7, 10, 11, 12 devotion. They're bursting back Dragon God plus Leveler. Dragon God. There goes Shieldred. Why go to combat without playing the Leveler first? Yeah, all right, no blocks. Wait, they didn't use Kiora to untap their land? Really? Why wouldn't you do that? All right, land. I have no good attacks, so I just have to Lock Dwayne and hope to find something. What could I even hit? I can Cling to Dust something. That doesn't really matter. Yeah, all right, activate Lock Dwayne. Invasion. Also doesn't help. Oh, I just take lethal next turn, right? Yeah, all right, there's no point in continuing this. On to round number 4. All right, round 4 on the draw. This hand is okay. It is missing the 2nd black source for Nighthawk Scavenger, but that's fine. Keep. All right, playing against spirits. So, yeah, Hive, go. All right, so they're blue-white. Hengegate Pathway. So take 1 from that. So our Drown is also not really good as long as they have the Mausoleum Wanderer. Flash in Thieves Guild Enforcer. Mill the opponent. All right, they are playing counterspells. So island, and then the question is basically, do we want to just play Thought Thief right now to mill them? And the answer is probably yes. All right, play Thought Thief, trigger, mill more, and then go to combat, and trigger to mill more. All right, opponent goes to 19, and then I assume flashes in Rattle Chains. There's the Rattle Chains. Phantom, pump the team. I don't have any good blocks. Curious Obsession as well. Yikes. And that still puts us out of the ability to drown this. So no blocks, because now the Lord is pumping this so we can't actually drown it. I can play Scavenger, which has Death Touch. That'll work. So let's see. Thieves Guild attacks and then gets the trigger, so that's fine. So let's go swing here, trigger, which gets them to 8 and then pumps the Thieves Guild. Then play this on black and play Nighthawk Scavenger. Blue, white, another Phantom. Another Curious Obsession on this one now. So now there's no way that I can block in any way where I don't let them trigger the Curious Obsession. So I guess I block the Lord and trade with that. And then just take 9 and they draw a card. Rough. Although I gain life back as well. So it's not like atrocious. All right, I really would have wanted another land, but I guess I'm just playing this. So what do I do here? I can drown the Rattle Chains, and then they can just sack Mausoleum Wanderer, and I can pay for it. If they have Slip Out the back. All right, so this is a ground creature, so it can't block them anyway. So I guess I just attack with this no matter what. Swing here, mill over 2 lands. All right, drown the Rattle Chains. All right, that just went through, so I guess we just pass it back now. Or do I just cast Thoughtseize? That's probably better than just flashing Vandal in. Yeah, all right, Thoughtseize. So they can Curious this, and then I can't block it, so let's just 100% take Curious. Although Shacklegeist is also bad for us, but I can't beat them just drawing extra cards every single turn. All right, so there comes the Shacklegeist. So swing here, no blocks. I mean, go to 3. So good. All right, combat. Now they got to use this now if they want to tap our guys. So tap that. Definitely not attacking them. So do I just hit the Lord? I'm pretty sure I just hit the Lord. All right, kill that. And then pass back to them. So no good attacks here. All right, flash in Fairy Vandal. So we have a second flying blocker. Instant or sorcery. So I should do this first and then play Invasion. So first let's just go to combat and see if they tap anything, which I assume they will. I tap this. I'm still not in a position where I can afford to attack them. So cling a random creature. It doesn't really matter which one. Then play Invasion. I guess I could have attacked and flipped the Invasion if I'd played it pre-combat, but that would have also been really risky. All right, so that triggers the Fairy Vandal, and then play this as a black land and pass. Rattle Chains. All right, so go to combat, see if they trap anything down. No tapping of anything down. All right, swing at Invasion with just this guy. Trade off here. Okay, so let's play this and pass. Holding up, I've Cling to Dust in my graveyard, so that's what I'm gonna do. They didn't tap anything end of my turn. Huh. All right, Cling to Dust on that. Exile this, 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 and this. Drew a Thoughtseize. Not great. What is in the graveyard that I can copy right now? Bunch of random spirits and Nighthawk Scavenger. Okay. Animate Hive. Go to combat. Everything at the Invasion except for 1 creature. I guess it doesn't matter, right? All right, these 2 at Invasion. Triggers, I'm milling, let's see, I'm exiling a land. I want to keep the card types up so that when this flips over into Scavenger, it still has the pump. And then they can only block with this, which they won't. All right, we flipped our battle, so cast the battle, copying Nighthawk Scavenger, and then pass. I assume they'll tap this down end of turn. Nope. All right. All right, we won game 1. So versus Spirits, this is probably still fine for killing a bunch of stuff. Definitely Mystical Dispute. Change the Equation also seems fine. What else? Meat Hook, Extinction Event. What do I not want? This basically can't block at all, and we're going to be playing defense. Spell Pierce also seems pretty bad. What else? So they are a counterspell deck, but they don't have enough that I think Spell Pierce or Negate are warranted. So I think I do want all of these. So like, what is slow and bad? This, and then Thoughtseize is... So it's kind of awkward. It's like they're a counterspell deck, so you want Thoughtseize, but they're also an aggro deck, so you don't want Thoughtseize. Maybe I don't want the Thieves Guilds. I can't race them, and these don't block flyers, so I can get rid of all of those. All right, let's run that. All right, handful of removal. I'm a-okay with that. Mausoleum Wanderer. All right, kill that immediately. Darker Wastes, and then they pass back to us. So let's go Swamp, Thoughtseize. Their hand is... Oh, they didn't flash Rattle Chains in response to me doing that, eh? Then let's just take Spell Queller. Yeah. All right. And then if they flash Rattle Chains in, I'll push it here. Rattle Chains, push. So their hand is land, Curious Obsession, Lofty Denial. Another Thoughtseize. So yeah, I'm going to shock this in regardless. So let's do it now. And then Thoughtseize them. Slip out the back. So I guess I just take Lofty Denial and then pass. Another land. They don't have anything, so let's just flash in Fairy Vandal. All right. Mutavault, combat, attack with Fairy Vandal. Supreme Phantom. We have to counter that so they can't slip it. All right, so tapped here, activate Mutavault, combat, swing with both of these guys, and then just hold Counterspell up. Opponent just has another land, so back to us. All right, activate Mutavault, go to combat. Opponent goes down to 13, we pass. Portable Hole, I'm fine with them doing that. This Fairy Vandal's so weak that that is perfectly fine. I'm not going to expend a Counterspell just to stop that. Activate Mutavault, combat, and attack. Supreme Phantom, counter. All right, Hive, activate Mutavault, go to combat, swing. Opponent is doing nothing, which implies that they either drew another card that doesn't matter or I have a Flash Spirit. All right, animate the Mutavault, go to combat, swing. Down to 7, pass. Opponent flashes in Spectral Sailor, very well. Draws a card, let's just kill it now. Their own Mutavault, plays Wanderer. All right, flash in Thought Thief. I don't have the mana to do everything. Okay, so let's just attack with the Thought Thief. Swing, trigger, mill, this gets pumped. And then play Scavenger and pass. Slip out the back right now, eh? Combat, no attacks presumably, correct? All right, I'm just gonna try to go for the throat this now. Back to us, animate Hive. All right, we won. On to round number 5. Round 5 on the play. So yeah, this looks fine. Let's keep this. I guess it's correct to just Thoughtseize them turn 1. So Thoughtseize. All right, mono green again. So let's just take, I don't even know, actually. Is it Pelucranos? Is that the correct take? It's the card that most blocks what we're trying to do. All right, yeah, just take Pelucranos and pass. I'm not going to kill them fast enough for cutting them off of mana to matter. They drew an elf. All right. Okay, well, now I'm just going to play Thought Thief. So shock this in, pass. There's the forest, Wolf Willow on the forest, and then play Oath. Yep. Found another elf, which they're going to play. All right, Thought Thief. And they have the mana for Cavalier next turn. Man, how did they get up to that so fast? They just ripped 2 elves in a row. So, all right. I guess we just play Scavenger. So, Scavenger and attack with the Thought Thief. All right, they drew a land. So is it Cavalier or Storm? Storm it is. Pelucranos, Wolf Willow, and we can't attack into this. Unfortunate. All right, I mean, I could attack into it and trade. That might be correct. I don't know. It's just like, so they're going to play Cavalier next turn anyway. So we're just going to have a bunch of reach creatures that we can't even attack into anymore. So yeah, let's just attack with Scavenger. That's fine. Swing, mill, then we can trade off. They're just not trading off. All right, Shieldred. And then next turn, I need to Hive the Storm out of their graveyard. Well, there's Nykthos, so we're not going to get an opportunity to do that. Cavalier. Make a bajillion mana, Storm out of the graveyard. What are we hitting? Another Cavalier and Kiora. And they milled over another Storm. Oh, they can do it again because they have Kiora to untap Nykthos. 15. Play another Cavalier. Draw another card. Storm again. Yep. Really in the tank with this Storm, eh? Karn plus Old Growth Troll. So they can just Karn for an answer to Shieldred and play that next turn. Minus Karn. What are we getting? Haywire Might. Haywire Might. Haywire Might? Really? Haywire Might. Okay. Haywire Might. Well, I don't have any good attacks. I don't have any good Hive trigger targets, right? There's no Storms in their graveyard currently. So if I just pass the turn, they'll take another 2 from Shieldred, then they just like Karn for Cityscape Leveler or something and blow it up. I can do what? I can channel Takenuma to try to get something that I'm not even going to play right now. Yeah. All right. Shock this in. 0 good attacks. They just have reach creatures for days. If I trade with a Cavalier, they can just put like Karn back on top of their deck. So that's pointless. So yeah, I guess pass. Why did they grab Haywire Might? Were they concerned that I could like, I don't know, get them to a low life total so that they would have a way to pop it to gain more life? All right. Just casual 21 mana off of this Nykthos. No biggie. So they just have combo now, right? It doesn't matter. Chain Veil, yeah, combo initiated. Steal to this. All right, there's Pestilent Cauldron. So now they burst their guys back. They have the second Kiora, right? Yeah, even if they didn't, it doesn't matter. So now they'll what? They'll just grab like Shadow Spear and put Shadow Spear on this gigantic lair of the Hydra or something. All right, new Karn. Chain Veil it up. I just want to see how they're killing me. Is it going to be Reservoir? Is it going to be Shadow Spear? Ring of Three Wishes. Okay, then. Tutor for something. What are they getting? They don't have to reveal it, right? Yeah. So, Ulvenwald Oddity. Okay. Becomes an 8/8. Oh, everything else gets Trample and Haste as well. So they're just going to transform this. Lair becomes a 19/19. They turn Chain Veil into a creature. And Ring of Three Wishes into a creature. Okay. Transform. Kabam. Everything attacks. Yep. All right. Mono green. Extinction event. Extinction event. What else? Change the equation. Stroke. Negate. This is probably okay. What is bad? Cling to Dust can eat storms out of their graveyard, so it's okay. Spell Pierce is okay early and then gets a lot worse later on. Thieves Guild is friggin' awful. These are bad. I'd probably cut Kaido on the draw. Brazen Borrower seems pretty bad. Let's cut that. Put this in. Do I want Meat Hook or Ray to kill their turn 1 elves? I don't think so. I don't think I want Meat Hook at all. All right, let's run this. All right, we're on the play. That's fine. Keep this. I don't think there's anything I would Spell Pierce on turn 1. I wouldn't Spell Pierce an Oath. So let's just play that tapped go. Llanowar Elves. All right. Can't drown it, so pass. Kiora, Spell Pierce. All right, now I can drown this, so let's do that. Play this tapped and go. 3 mana. Kiora number 2. And a tapping a land and have an elf. All right. I could hold up change, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to play Shieldred. Troll, trigger. They lose more life. Another 1 mana. Play another elf. All right, so I can Extinction Event Odd, kill all their guys, attack Kiora, or just them. Extinction Event, name Odd. Do I attack them or do I attack Kiora? I think I attack Kiora, actually. They're pretty far away from dying, and getting Kiora down to 2 counters is actually relevant. Mana number 4. All right, they don't have anything, so now we get to hold up multiple counters. All right, well, since I'm going to play this Shieldred, now I'm just attacking them. Or do I even do that? Like, what happens if they untap and they play Cavalier? Well, if they had Cavalier, they would have played it last turn. They could untap and play Storm, though. Yeah, all right, pass. Just holding up just counters seems better than slamming this Shieldred. Troll, counter that. So I can just animate Hive, put them to 1, and then they're dead. Attack them. Hive trigger, get Kiora out of the graveyard. All right, so let's see. Maybe even Thought Thief is terrible as well. Brazen Borrower just like really doesn't seem to do much. I guess I can bounce like Old Growth Trolls for 1 turn, but that also seems kind of bad. Maybe just the Thought Thieves suck. They're just so incredibly slow. Yeah, let's just cut all the Thought Thieves. And then put back Borrower and what else? Siphon Insight, Mystical Dispute. I basically become the control deck, right? So just do all of that. All right, submit. We're on the draw for game 3. This has only 1 land, mull this. This is better, keep this. What am I pitching? It's either Brazen or Nighthawk. Let's pitch Brazen. Elf, all right, back to us. Odawara, pass. I guess I'm going to shock this in next turn anyway, so let's just play it now. All right, go ahead. Lair, manas, Old Growth Troll. Unfortunate. Okay, I can go for the Throat the Elf. I think that's really my only course of action here. The alternative is just hold Spell Pierce up, and that's so bad. So go for the Throat the Elf. 3rd land, and it's a Nykthos. Maybe I was supposed to wait a turn, and then I could go for the Throat plus Cling this. Reveals Elvish Mystic off the Oath. Plays Elf. Get hit by the Troll. All right, Dark Slick Shores. My Nighthawk is only a 2/3. But again, just like hold up Spell Pierce seems so bad. So let's just play this. Spell Pierce, what? I can counter if they go land storm. No, so they have Nykthos for 6 mana, 7 mana, 8 mana. Yeah, that's not helping anymore. All right, just play Nighthawk. I guess I just have to hope they don't have anything. They can also just make this layer gigantic. Well, there's Cavalier. So what am I trying to do now? I'm just trying to draw Extinction Event, I guess. No blocks. Okay, so play this on the black side. So I can trade with either creature and then cling it before the trigger goes off. But either way, like, that's not good. All right, I guess I'm not going to do anything else, though. I guess it's fine trading with the Cavalier since nothing in their graveyard's any good. Let's see. If I'm not clinging these, then I should just cling, like, the boat right now. Or not the boat. I should cling... Yeah, the boat. I should cling the boat to draw a card. Or no, I should cling a land to draw a card. And then see if I have anything relevant off of that. All right, cling a land. Drown in the Lock. Okay. I've played my land for the turn, right? Yeah, so just pass. I'm 1 away from being able to drown Cavalier. Storm the Festival, which they can pay for the Pierce. So That resolves. I can't drown it either because they only have 4 cards in their graveyard. Karn, Old Growth Troll. They still have 5 mana, or 6 mana rather. Karn minus. Cityscape Leveler. Another Nykthos. Oh man. Yep. What do I even do at this point? That resolves. Opponent has like a million power in play. This is lethal right here, plus the lair. Animate lair. And then I take lethal. Yep, that's the game. What a dud. Okay, so, rogues. I've never played rogues before. I've never seen rogues being played. And this deck sucks. It is really bad. It is not doing anything very good. It's basically like 2 opposing game plans. One game plan is play aggressive creatures and attack them, and the other game plan is control the board, removal, Thoughtseize. You also need to like mill your opponent to get Drown in the Lock online. There's tons of times where you just don't have Drown active. There's tons of times where you have like all these situational cards that don't do anything. Like there's plenty of times when you have Kaido and no creature to attack with, or you have Invasion and you don't have any creatures to attack the invasion, and then it's just not very good. It seems just like a bunch of cards that are kind of all over the place. If you do decide to play rogues, absolutely do not play Mutavault. This deck is incredibly color hungry, especially with these blue and black 2-drops, and there were multiple games where having Mutavault just screwed us, where you need to be able to deploy like Thoughtseize plus Thought Thief, or like Drown plus Thought Thief, or double black Nighthawk Scavenger plus another black spell, and then this Mutavault just absolutely crushes the ability to do that. But yeah, the deck felt really bad. It didn't feel like, oh, we got varianced out or our opponent just drew better than us. The deck just felt bad to play. And it's real unfortunate because I'm running out of event entry right here. Hopefully we can recoup that with future leagues.